What is a remainder interest in a life estate? Have you ever wondered what happens to a property after someone passes away? Understanding the concept of a remainder interest in a life estate can help clarify this. A remainder interest is the ownership right that takes effect after a life estate ends. In simple terms, it is the future ownership of a property that will be transferred to another person once the life tenant, the individual who currently has rights to the property, passes away. Let's break this down further. A life estate is a legal arrangement where one person, known as the life tenant, has the right to use and benefit from a property for their lifetime. This means the life tenant can live in the home, rent it out, or use it as they wish. However, they cannot do anything that would permanently damage the property or reduce its value for the next owner. The life tenant is also responsible for property taxes and maintenance. Now, who is the remainderman? The remainderman is the person or people who will inherit the property once the life tenant dies. While the life tenant is alive, the remainderman does not have the right to use or control the property. Their interest is considered vested, meaning it is guaranteed to take effect in the future when the life tenant passes away. In the context of elder law and Medicaid planning, life estate deeds are often used to transfer property while allowing the original owner to retain certain rights. This can be a helpful strategy for qualifying for Medicaid. The value of the remainder interest may be treated differently for eligibility purposes than the full value of the property. However, it is important to note that transferring a remainder interest can still trigger Medicaid's look-back period, which could affect eligibility if not done correctly. For example, an older adult may want to stay in their home but also wishes to pass it on to their children. They can create a life estate deed, naming themselves as the life tenant and their children as remaindermen. This arrangement allows the parent to live in the home for their lifetime, while the children automatically receive the property upon the parent's death. It is essential for both the life tenant and the remainderman to understand their rights and responsibilities. The life tenant must maintain the property and avoid causing waste, while the remainderman must wait until the life estate ends to take ownership. Both parties should also be aware of how these arrangements can impact taxes, Medicaid eligibility, and overall estate planning goals. In summary, a remainder interest in a life estate is the future ownership right that comes into play after the life tenant's death. This concept is significant in estate planning and elder law, especially when considering property transfers and Medicaid eligibility. Careful planning and legal advice are recommended to ensure these arrangements meet the intended goals and comply with relevant laws.